top of your mat if you do have them, and then come into a tabletop position. Walk your knees as wide as you can. Bring your toe pads together to touch behind you, and then stretch your arms out to the top of your mat, resting your forehead softly here. Let your elbows be heavy and soft as well. Let your belly hang freely in between your legs. And just take some time to simply settle into this space. Taking a couple of breaths here to fill up your back body, balloon your kidneys. As you exhale out the mouth, if you like, letting go of some of that steam. And taking another big breath in, fill up through the nose, expand in all directions. And exhale back out through the mouth, letting everything fade away. See if you can melt your heart a little closer towards the floor. And another breath here, breathe in through the nose and fill up. Option to breathe out through the mouth or out the nose as you release. And just begin to cultivate that Ujjayi pranayama, victorious, internally heating breath. So as you breathe in through the nose, fill all the way up to your heart space. As you exhale, breathe out from your heart, all the way down to your belly. Feel your belly button pull in and up, emptying completely here. And take another couple rounds of breath just like that, till you're guided into that quiet center within. And even though we're coming into a very challenging class, take some time here to find some stillness, to find some silence. And if you were joining me yesterday, you know that my intention for the week has been to focus on the word of connection. And I think it's a nice one to stick with for the week. Connection to your breath, especially in this class. Try to let the breath govern the movements. And try not to move quicker than your breath, or if you're moving a little slower than your breath, then just acknowledge that space today. Acknowledge where you're at in your journey. Any other intentions that you'd like to set, go ahead and set them now, using your next couple of breaths to seal them in. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms to the top of the mat, lifting your elbows off the earth. And begin to guide yourself into a tabletop position, coming onto all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And with an inhale, hammock your belly down. Take your gaze forward or even up. As you exhale, round through the spine and take your gaze back to your thighs. A couple more just like that. As we inhale, find flexion. And as we exhale, find extension. Any other added movements here are always welcome. You could snake the spine, look over the shoulders. Anything you like here. Maybe some barrel rolls, circling the crown and the tailbone in one direction. And then moving to that other side. And then coming back to a neutral tabletop position together. Tuck your toes underneath. And then start to hover your knees 1 or 2 inches off the mat. Shift your shoulders over your wrists in case you move back a little bit. And let's pause here together. Press into the mat. Press away from the earth and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your hips up and back. You may need to adjust your feet a little bit. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the knees. You've got about 5 breaths here to figure out this shape in your body. So maybe pedaling through the knees, shifting the weight side to side. Lift up onto the ball mounds of the feet, and then reach your heels towards the back of your mat. Add a soft bend in your knees. Stretch your tailbone up and back. Take your gaze either to your feet or your knees, as long as that feels okay on the neck. As you inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Bend your knees and look forward, and tiptoe your feet all the way up to meet your hands. With a breath in, lengthen halfway. Slide your hands up your legs, knees, shins, or thighs. Find a flat back. As you exhale, forward fold, let the crown of the head relax. Inhale, press through the feet, reach your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, grab a hold of your right wrist and take a little side bend over to the left. Good. Come back up through center, reverse. Grab a hold of your left wrist and take a little side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up through center, and as you exhale, hinge and forward fold. With a breath in, lengthen halfway, shoulders down the back. With a breath out, plant the palms, step back to plank, and pause here. Shoulders over wrists, heels are over your toes. Energize your legs so your kneecaps are lifting up onto your quads. At the same time, take your gaze forward past the top of your mat and reach the crown of the head to the top of the room. Extend your heels to the back of the room. With an inhale, go even further past your wrist creases. With an exhale, lower down with control all the way to your belly. And bring your forehead to the mat. Bring your arms into goalposts today. Take an inhale. And now exhale, reverse sit up. Breathe into hover. Exhale, reverse sit up. One more time, breathe into hover. Exhale, reverse sit up. Now slide your hands next to your low ribs. Lower the crown of the head down. And on your next inhale, lift all the way up until your arms straighten. You can stay here or press into the tops of the feet to lift the thighs, upward facing dog. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Soften your elbows. And now either roll over the knees or the toes back into downward facing dog. And that's always your transition. You can customize it how you like. This is your practice. On an inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Look forward. Bend your knees and exhale 2 big steps up to the top. Lengthen on a breath in. Fold on your breath out. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Grab a hold of your right wrist and then side bend over to the left. Same flow. Come back through center. Grab your left wrist, side bend over to your right. Inhale back through center and exhale, hinge and fold. As you breathe in, lift halfway. As you breathe out, plant your palms, step back to plank and pause. Our flow is going to be a little different today. Shifting forward, lower down halfway to your hover, and now press right back up to high plank. Do that again, shift forward, lower down, and now inhale, open into your cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back, down dog. A breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, lift up onto your toes, look forward, bend your knees. This time, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands. Lengthen on a breath in. Fold on your breath out. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Grab a hold of your right wrist, lift it up, and then send it over to the left. Grab a hold of the left wrist as you come to stand, and then side bend over to your right. Inhale, back up through center, and as you exhale, hinge and forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Shifting forward, lower for your push-up, lift right back up to high plank. Lower for your push-up, and now inhale, charge the chest forward for your cobra. Exhale, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, stay for the breath out. Feet together at the back of your mat. With an inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, travel to the top. Lengthen with an inhale, fold with your exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up into the sky. As you exhale, this time bring your hands down to your heart center. Find your chair pose. Good, so feet together, knees together, shins together. Take your hands to your heart and start to tap your right toes out to the right, center, left toes to the left, center. Good, keep going, right, and left. Keep moving with your breath here and try to stay low, bending through your knees here. You're halfway through, last 6, last 5, and just warming up the legs. Here for 4, here for 3, last 2, good, keep going, and last 1, come back into your chair, take an inhale, and as you exhale, forward fold over the legs. Breathe in, lift halfway. As you exhale, plant the palms. You either step back to plank or you can hop back with bent elbows right into your chaturanga. Move through your flow how you like. And let's meet back into down dog. Breath in through the nose. Breath out through the mouth. Let's go with some of that steam. Still in our warm-up, feet together at the back. Lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Hold this time. Look forward and step your foot through. Inhale, the arms reach up for high crescent lunge. Scissor hug your right hip back. Left hip will dial forward on its own. Get high onto the ball mound of the back foot. Lunge deeper through the right knee. Inhale, lift and grow through your fingertips. Exhale, open into warrior two. Opening the arms across the horizon. Spread the arms. Extend your feet really, really wide here. And press to the pinky edge side of both feet. On your inhale, lift up to 5-pointed star. So legs are straightening, arms are reaching up. Exhale, goddess squat. Knees bend, toes and knees in the same direction. We're pulsing here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, and now warrior two to the top of your mat again. Reverse your warrior up and back. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back and lower through. Big inhale opens the chest. Full exhale sends the hips back. Turn to the other side so you can see me a little better. Left leg reaches up on your inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold, look forward, and step your foot through. With your inhale, stretch your arms overhead, high crescent lunge. Stay on your exhale and find your foundation. So we're rooting down through the feet, growing up through the fingertips here. Scissor hug your left hip back and lunge a little deeper into the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, open into warrior two. Again, this time focus in on head over hips. Stretch your arms out and take your gaze out over your left middle finger. With your inhale, straighten arms and legs, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess squat. We pulse for 10, 9, 8. Good, keep going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back into your warrior two to the top of your mat over the left knee. Flip the front palm, reverse. And now exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back, and flow. You can always skip those vinyasas as you wish. This is your practice. Make it what you need it to be today. Let's do that one more time through. As you inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold, knee to forehead. Look forward and step the foot through. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, the arms open. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess squat, just pulsing. Inhale, lift back up, and exhale, warrior two to the top. Flip the front palm, reverse, and now exhale, cartwheel down, step back and lower. It's a big breath in to open the chest. Full breath out, send the hips back. Inhale, your left leg reaches up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, inhale, lift. Knee to forehead, look forward and step the foot through. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, the arms open. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, warrior two to the top. Flip the front palm, reverse up and back. And now exhale, cartwheel down all the way back to your downward facing dog. Use your breath in and out to settle back in. Take an inhale. Exhale to release. On your breath in, lift up onto your tiptoes, look forward, bend your knees, and exhale, travel to the top. Lengthen with a breath in, and fold with your breath out. Grab a hold of your weights with a soft bend in your knees, roll up the spine. But I'm going to turn to face forward so you can see me a little bit better here. And then we're going to start in our first movement here, our blocks. We'll move through 3 different blocks that we'll repeat twice. So feet come together for this first round. Weights are going to come in front of us at the chest. And all we're doing is inhale down, exhale up, breathe in, breathe out, inhale, exhale. So here, keep the focus in on where your legs are in space, keeping them squeezing together. Big toes are touching, heels are slightly separated. Crown of the head stays stacked over the hips. We're here for 4, here for 3, last 2, and last 1. Now stay low in your chair and tap your right toes out to the side and center. to the side, and center. So you can kind of find your own rhythm, your own pace with this. I'll keep track of the count so you don't have to. Last 6, last 5, say for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your foot back and step it all the way back into a lunge. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. So right foot is back. We're going to start to runner our arms. Bring your right knee up towards your elbow, and now take the leg back and runner your arms again. So as we breathe in, or as we breathe out, we're bringing that back knee forward. As we breathe in, we're lengthening through the right leg. Good. Here for 8, last 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Step it back up into your chair, and this time press it overhead, bend at your elbows. You can stay in your chair legs. For tricep extensions, we're going to inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. Keep going here with your breath, finding your rhythm with the breath as you inhale, lengthen, as you exhale, bend. Good, we're halfway through right here. Stay for 5, stay for 4, last 3, final 2, and last 1. Bring your weights in front of you. This time your left foot is going to step back into a lunge. As we bring our weights down by our sides, take an inhale, and now exhale, bicep curl, one-legged mountain. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, pulse it up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Stay for 5. Here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and step it all the way up, feet together at the top of your mat. And we made it through our block 1. We're starting over now to repeat that block. So it's inhale down, exhale up, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. If you want to separate your feet here, you can. Good. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low here. Tap your left toes out and in. Out and in. Good. Get lower through the right knee. We're burning out that right quad here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. You're going to step your left foot back. Turn so you can see me a little bit better. This way. So as your left knee comes in, your left elbow lifts up. And then we send it back. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Halfway through right here. 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it all the way up, feet together. Overhead press. And now bend your elbows. Sink back down into your chair. Take an inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. So as you're lifting your arms overhead, try to bring your thumbs up towards the sky. Keep your biceps close to your ears. Here for 5. Here for 4. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1. Bring your weights in front of your chest here. This time your right foot steps back into a lunge. Arms and weights are down by our sides. Take an inhale. Exhale. One-legged mountain with a bicep curl. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Find your rhythm. Find your breath. Halfway through right here. Last 6. Last 5. And then we're done with block 1. Already here. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and set your feet down. Grab a drink of water, towel off. And we're going to head right into block number 2. All right, so grabbing one of our weights this time, we're going to step our left foot back and lower the knee down. Right hand is going to have a weight overhead, a lighter weight if you're using different sizes. Tuck the back toes under. Take an inhale, and now as you exhale, one-legged mountain with a crunch, twist. So as we inhale, we're gonna hover the knee. Exhale, press it up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. So it's a little bit easier the quicker that we go. Halfway through right here, last 6. Stay for 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Step it all the way back. Bring your hands down so you can grab your other weight. Lift into high crescent and turn it open into warrior 2. Bring your weights together in front of your belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Halfway through right here. Last 6. Last 5. Final 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and bring your weights back to your chest. Bend into your front knee. Come back into your low lunge, bringing your weights down. So from here, we're going to let our left hand be as it is. I'm going to turn around so you can see me a little bit better. Our right arm is going to keep the weight with a soft bend in the elbow. And all we're going to do is inhale, lift, wrist in line with shoulder, exhale to lower. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Find your rhythm. Find your breath. Back knee is lifted the whole way. And we're just working that tricep and upper arm here. For 4. Last 3. Stay for 2. And last 1. All right, coming back here with both weights. I'm going to turn the face towards you. We're going to step our left foot behind our right. Bicep curl with your weights. And now take a little side swing, side raise with the leg. So it's inhale down, exhale up. Breathe in, breathe out. So you could do these a little bit slower. Curtsy squat plus a side raise. Good, halfway through. Last 6. And then we're done with block 2. Last 5. For 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Go ahead and come back to the top of your mat. Take a little forward fold. I'm going to towel off. And this time our right foot is stepping back. Left hand will have the weight overhead. Right hand to the hip. Take an inhale. Curl the back toes. As you exhale, come up to one-legged mountain. Crunch and twist. So it's inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Last 8, 7, 6, 5. Stay for 4. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1. Step it all the way back. Bring your weights down. Grab your other weight. Lift up into crescent lunge. And then open it out into warrior 2. Bring your weights underneath. Take an inhale. And now exhale, straighten arms and legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Find your rhythm, find your breath. Halfway through right here. Press the air out here for 5, for 4, 3, final 2, and last 1. Bend back into the front knee. Turn to face the front room here. Good, and this time we're going to take our feet together. Bring yourself into chair. And as you exhale, step your right foot back, arms by your sides. Inhale to chair. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good, keep going here with your breath, alternating side to side, getting a little bit of cardio with our weight work. Last 6. Last 5. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and come back up. Bring your weights down to forward fold. Take a little breath breather here. And this time our left foot stays forward, right foot steps back. Left hand's gonna keep the weight, right hand ground. So soft bend in the elbow. Inhale, lift up, just in line with your shoulder. Exhale to lower. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Last 6. Last 5. Final 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. I'm going to turn to face towards you. Step your right foot behind your left. Find a bicep curl with an open fly. So it's inhale, curtsy. Exhale, side raise. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. About halfway through right here. Last 6. Last 5. Stay for 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring feet together. Take a little forward fold. We're going to towel off, and actually let's meet on our mat. Grab a drink of water. And for block 3, already to block 3, we're going to be on our backs. We are going to use some blocks. So if you don't have blocks, you can go without blocks, or find some books that you can stack on top of one another so you can elevate yourself a little bit. So just a way for us to kind of work into our sculpt without having the weights in case we don't have the weights. We're going to bring our blocks to start under our hands, behind us in reverse tabletop. So as you extend legs out, blocks or books can come next to your hips. Take your palms to your blocks or your books. Press up into reverse tabletop. Good. And then from here, pressing up, we're going to inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Halfway through right here. Last 5, 4, final 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Go ahead and swing your hips back, and now press them forward. Swing them back, and press them forward. Good. Fold in, pull the belly in, lengthen the hips back, bow your chin, and then drive through the feet as you press the hips up. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and press or set your hips down, shake out your wrists a little bit. We're going to move the blocks now to underneath of our feet or our books. And we're going to set up for bridge pose, so feet about hip width distance apart. Good. Scoot closer to your blocks. Then go ahead and lower on down to your backs. From here, arms down by your sides, lift your hips off of the mat. And from here, we're going to lift and lower the heels. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Keep going here. Halfway through, you're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower your heels, lower your hips to tap and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Inhale down, exhale up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. Last 6, last 5. Here for 4, and then we're on to core work for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower your hips all the way down. Extend your legs up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your heads. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your chest and chin to the ceiling. Inhale to hover. Exhale, breathe in, breathe out. So just a basic crunch here. Keep your hips stacked right underneath of your heels. Keep your legs nice and strong. Your elbows reaching out to the side. Here for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Bring your arms up for a little Pilates arm pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Almost there. Lower your head back down. Opposite arm to opposite leg. So let's start with our right hand to our left foot. Your right leg can stay lifted, but as we lower the right arm and leg, you can bring your left hand behind your head. We're going to come back up. So it's inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. If you want a little bit more, you can hover your right heel down as you're working. I've got my blocks underneath, so I'm cheating a little bit. But I'm going to keep this right leg up, tap the left, and lower. So opposite arm, opposite leg, here for last 4, last 3, and then we start block 3 over again for 2 and for 1. Go ahead and hug the knees in, circle side to side a little bit. Good, release and relax. And then rock and roll back up to a seat so you can grab your blocks. Or if you don't have blocks or books to use at home, you could actually come to the back of your chair and do this as well. So hands to the blocks to start. Press yourself up, so next to your hips there. And then press yourself up into that reverse tabletop. Lift your hips and then bend at your elbows and lift. Bend and lift. Good, so it's kind of a reverse push-up here. Pressing and working those triceps halfway through right here. Last 5, last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Now swing your hips back and then lift. Swing back and lift. Good, keep going here. Pull that belly in and up, relax your head. We're almost done here with block 3, and then we get a nice yoga cool down to end our practice. Last 4, final 3, last 2, and final 1. Lower your hips, shake out your wrists a little bit, and now slide your books or blocks underneath of your feet. And you can definitely do this without blocks. Scoot your hips closer and lower down into bridge pose. We'll start with our heel lifts. So take an inhale, lift your hips off the mat. And now exhale, lift your heels, inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, good. Halfway through, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips lower all the way down and lift, lower and lift, lower, lift. Good, we're halfway through right here. Last 5, and then we're on to core for 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and lower all the way down. You can kind of slide your blocks to the side. Lift your legs up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, basic crunch. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving here with your breath. Try to lift straight up. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax your head. Bring your left hand up. Bring it over to your right leg. And now lower your right leg and arm. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, exhale. Again, if you want this to be more difficult, your left leg can hover 1 or 2 inches off the mat. I think these are plenty difficult as is. So stay here for the last 5, last 4, last 3, final 2, and last 1. Good, nice work. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. Rock side to side. We will be here for the next several minutes. Just letting our heart rate come down again. You guys had a wonderful practice. We're not done just yet, but if you want to grab a drink of water, towel off, please feel free to do so. Good, and then we are going to work our way into our yoga cool down. So take a couple of breaths here. Releasing, relaxing, maybe opening up the hips. Good. And then when you feel ready to go, I'm going to turn to face the top of my mat once again. Let's meet in a down dog, facing the top of our mat. From your down dog, lift up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, lower your knees down to tabletop. From tabletop, let's take a stretch for the triceps and the shoulders. Bring your left hand to the middle of your mat. Sweep your right arm to the sky. And then thread the needle, bring your right temple and shoulder down to the earth. Your left hand can come underneath of your shoulder, pressing yourself away or into the shoulder there. Or you could reach the left arm forward or back behind you. So different options here to feel into that opening. We will be here for a few rounds of breath, so take your time settling into the stretch. Press your left hand down into the mat. Sweep your right arm all the way back up. And then replace your right hand where your left hand was. So right in the middle of your mat. Sweep your left arm to the sky. Breathe in. And then thread the needle. Bring your left shoulder and temple down. Right hand again can stay underneath of the elbow, pressing yourself towards the shoulder. Or you could reach it out towards knee. Take it behind your back for a half bind. Notice if your hips are leaning to one side, try to keep them level and square. So the tendency will be for them to lean in the opposite direction of your shoulder here. And then bring your right hand back underneath. Sweep your left arm all the way back up to the sky. And bring yourself back into a tabletop position. Walk your palms to palm print forward. Tuck your toes and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Pedal out through your knees. Shifting side to side. Shake out your head. Yes and no. Feet together at the back of your mat. With an inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. With an exhale, bring your foot forward. In between your hands, lower your back knee to the earth. Take an inhale and stretch your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. If you want, you can find a little back bend or just take your gaze up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of your foot, kind of heel toe the right foot out to the right a little bit. And then take your right hand and gently press that knee away. And you could stay here or you could reach your right arm back behind you. If you have space available, you might be able to bend into your back knee and grab a hold of the foot. Kicking the foot back is going to give you a back bend. Pulling the heel closer will give you more of a quad stretch. Good. Twisting lunge back bend to open up and find a little juiciness in the hips here. And then let's all bring the hands back around. Heel toe the right foot back in line with your hip and straighten out your right leg for half splits. So either hands under the shoulders or as you bow forward, you might walk your palms a little more forward to encourage the length in your spine. Scissor hug your right hip back, flex your foot. Soften your gaze, breathe in and breathe out. Lunging forward through the front knee. Step back into downward facing dog. So curl the toes and step back. Feet together at the back of your mat. With an inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. With an exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Lower your right knee down. And then take a moment to reach your arms up. Find a little back bend if you want it. Big stretch through this right hip flexor. And hands come down to the inside of the foot. You can pause here for a moment, just getting bright through the chest. And then heel toe your left foot out to the left. Gently press the left knee away. You can come onto the pinky edge side if you like. Right hand, you can support this hand with a block. That might give you a little more space to reach back. Either left arm reaches back, step one. Step two would be to bend into your right knee and grab hold of the foot, kicking the foot back, opening the chest, or pulling the heel closer to get a nice big stretch for that right quad. Let go of the foot if you have a hold of it. Let's all bring the palms back around. Heel toe the left foot back in line with your hip, and then straighten your left leg for half splits. So lengthening, hands under the shoulders, and then folding, keeping that length in the spine as you bow over the front foot and leg. Inhaling and exhaling. And now lunging forward into the front knee, plant the palms, tuck the back toes, and step back into your downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, go ahead and lift up onto your tiptoes, and exhale, lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels and bring your legs out in front of you. I'm going to face towards you so you can see me a little bit better. Beginning with your right knee, go ahead and bend it in and let the knee fall open like a book, bringing the sole of the foot to the inside of your left thigh. Sit up as tall as you can, reach your arms up, and then turn towards your lengthened leg and fold directly over it. Head to knee pose or Jana Shirshasana. Lengthen out through your spine, and exhale, bow a little deeper. On your inhale, reach your arms back up. Bring your right hand behind your right hip and shoulder. Point your left toes and come onto your left shin. Reach your right arm over for stargazer. And then sitting back down, we're going to take the bent knee leg and cross it over the straightened leg. Good, for seated twist. So my left foot is crossed over my right. I'm going to bring my left hand behind my back, right arm to the sky. You might have to reverse if you're taking the other twist there. And then wrapping the arm around or hooking the elbow. Sit up nice and tall. Pull your belly in on your inhales. Exhales to twist a little deeper. And then come back around through center. Go ahead and lengthen whatever leg you had bent there and bend the opposite. Let that knee fall open like a book. Sit up nice and tall, stretch your arms to the sky, turn your torso towards your lengthened leg, and then exhale, bow over that leg for forward fold or head to knee pose in Jana Shirshasana. As you inhale, feel your heart reach forward. As you exhale, see if you can surrender towards the floor. On your inhale, go ahead and lift back up to a nice tall seat. Bring your right hand behind your shoulder here. Come onto your right shin and point your left toes for stargazer. Reach that left arm over the ear line. Nice big opening through the right or the left hip flexor and the chest. And then come back down to your seat. Your bent knee, lift the knee up and then cross the foot over your lengthened leg. Bring the same arm behind your back and the opposite arm to the sky. Twist towards your bent knee and either wrap the arm or hook the elbow in front. Use your inhales to balloon your belly, sit up taller. Your exhales to pull your belly in and twist deeper. And then go ahead and come back around through center. Cross your ankles, hug them in. Plant your palms and step back into downward facing dog. Using down dog to prepare for our pigeon, a nice way to cool down after a challenging workout. So feet together at the back of your mat. With an inhale, stretch your right leg up to the sky. With an exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist crease and extend your left leg straight back behind you. If pigeon is too much on your hips, another nice way to get into a figure four stretch is to find figure four in down dog and then bring both knees down to the mat. From here, I can actually just press the right hip back and then use my forearms as a way to deepen into the stretch. If you're in pigeon, make sure that when you walk your hands under your shoulders, you've got length through the spine. Keep that length there as you work your way into sleeping pigeon if you're deciding to come down. Any space in between your hip and the earth, fill it in with something. Towels, water bottles, blocks, they all work great as extra cushioning. And you don't have to fold forward. You don't have to come all the way down. You can always stay upright if this feels better in the hips and the legs. A nice big outer hip stretch for the right side here as we externally rotate. And this other variation, again, you can come down on the forearms if you like and kind of press. You're doing the pressure here as you press your hip back towards the right corner of the room. Now, if you're in the variation that I'm in, it would probably be easier to simply tuck your back toes and lift right back up into a figure four down dog. You can straighten out the legs from there. If you're in pigeon, go ahead and send the leg up. If you want, you can join us here for scorpion and down dog, bending the right knee, looking under the left armpit, maybe see if you can find your toes. And then let's all meet back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your knees side to side a little bit, shifting the weight. And then let's head over into the left side, feet together, lifting the left leg up. Either coming left knee behind the left wrist crease, finding your half pigeon pose, or figure four in down dog and bring both knees down to the mat. You're pressing your left hip back towards the left corner of the room. If you want more, come onto your forearms and keep pressing back. For pigeon, if you've got space in between your left hip and the earth when you come up, fill it in with something. Good, and then work your way down to your degree. Stay relaxed through your head, your neck, your jaw. And let's take the next 3 breaths here, wherever you're at. Enjoy your next 3 cycles. And then when you finish that last exhale, go ahead and slide your support to the side if you're using it. If you're coming out of pigeon, tuck the right toes, send the left leg up and back, bend the knee, peel open. If you're coming out of that figure 4, again, you could meet us in that scorpion in down dog. Looking under your right armpit, see if you can find your toes. And then set the foot back down to downward facing dog. And just take a moment to feel the strength and length that we've created here in comparison to our first down dog. With an inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. With an exhale, lower down to your knees and sit back onto your heels. Go ahead and sit over to one side, swing your legs around out in front and scoot to the top of your mat. Make sure that you've got room to lay down behind you here. We'll finish our last couple of postures on our backs. If you have a block handy or books, go ahead and grab them, or even a pillow or a blanket would work fine here as well. Slide it halfway down your mat so it's handy there. And then if you want a little extra core, reach your arms out to zombie arms, otherwise hands under the knees. Sit up nice and tall, glue your feet to the mat. Try not to let your toes lift off the earth and lower down one vertebra at a time. Don't let your toes lift, don't let your toes lift. Good. And then come on down to your backs. Walk your heels in. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. If you do have a block, lift your hips and slide the block or books underneath of your sacrum. And then again, if you don't have blocks or books, that's okay. You're going to join us here as we extend the legs up for a supported inversion. And just a nice way to let the lactic acid drain from our legs after all that work that we just did. So you can point your toes, flex your ankles. You can even take your legs out wide if you like, or if you have shoulder stand or plow in your practice and you'd like to take it into a more advanced inversion, please feel free to make the practice your own. And then when you feel satisfied, if you're in plow or shoulder stand, come back out of the posture the same way you got in it. And let's all bring our heels back underneath of our knees. If you have a block, lift the hips, slide it out from underneath. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze, nose into knees. And I think we deserve an extra couple of minutes in our Shavasana today. Go ahead and lengthen arms and legs out nice and long. Resting your palms to face open towards the sky, your toes to fan out a little further than your heels. I will let you know when class has come officially to a close, but for now, really use this time to let your body restore. Give yourself this time to be here on your mat, doing nothing but breathing. Deep peace to all of you. So that we have time to close class together, start to deepen your breath. Begin to gather awareness back to your body, back to your mat, moving fingers and toes, bending elbows and knees. If you need to stretch, stretch. If you'd rather hug in, hug in. Let's roll to our right sides. Pause in the fetal position there. Is taking some time to thank ourselves for showing up today. And then with as little effort as possible, press yourself back into an easy seat. Bring yourself to a tall spine, hands together at your heart. Close your eyes and return to your nose breath. Take a breath in together through the nose and out the mouth. Bow your head towards your prayer hands. Just taking in any new wisdom, any new knowledge or awareness that you've gained about yourself today, and hopefully being able to weave it into the rest of our day. So coming back to that theme of connection, whatever that means for you, connection with your breath, connection with your body, or connection with all of us, practicing and moving alone together. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Let us end our practice by saying, may peace, may love, may light be felt within each and every one of you. Bless you and everyone that you meet. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you feel good. That was a really intense one. I know I was sweating just as much. So if you're tuning in with me, I will likely do another Sculpt class next week. It'll be the same flow. So if you didn't get to check it out today, you will have the chance to do it next week. Donations are always welcome to my Venmo and my PayPal. You can check that out on my Instagram and Facebook pages. I miss all of you guys. I hope that you're doing well. Stay safe, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye, Christina. Bye, Christy. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Nell, thank you so much. I miss you, girl. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed little birdie bee running around here as well. Thank you, guys. Oh, bye, Alyssa. Good. I'm so glad. Good. Yeah, it was a nice, intense one. Good. I'm glad to hear. Oh, good to see you guys. Until next time. Bye.